You should never skip going to the gym because of an injury. On this episode of the podcast, I'm going to tell you guys why. Stick around.
Welcome to the CrossFit Edwardsville Community Podcast, where we hear and learn from our coaches, CrossFitters, and Glen Ed community leaders. Now, here are your hosts, Dallas and Greg.
What is up, CrossFit Edwardsville community? It's Coach G here at CFE. On the podcast, thanks for joining us today. In this episode, I'm going to talk to you about why you should never skip the gym because of injury. And when I go into this conversation with anybody that I coach, the example that I always share is some years ago, I sprained the crap out of my right ankle. I wasn't doing anything remarkable or special or interesting when it happened, but I was on crutches for a couple of weeks. I couldn't really bear weight to my right leg, and I did not miss a single workout. And I don't say this to brag on myself because I'm not anything special. I say this because I just showed up to the gym and my coach rewrote the workouts so that I could still participate and do the thing. If I were to back up from this a little bit, I think that one of the most common misperceptions about something like an injury is that it prohibits you or is a reason why you should not go to the gym. And I think that anybody out there who's over the age of 35 can appreciate that as you age, stuff happens, and you'll find that you roll out of bed wrong in the morning and you pull a muscle. I stepped into the shower a few months ago, and I pulled a muscle doing that. It was nothing. I mean, it was just anybody over the age of 35 can appreciate that just like crap happens, right? But what I want to encourage everybody here to know is that that should not be a reason for you to skip the gym or miss your workout session ever. That might be you go out, you're playing in the yard with your kids and you roll an ankle or you twist a knee while playing soccer with your kids, or maybe you step wrong off of a stair and you like tweak a knee, or maybe you're throwing the ball around in the yard with your kids and your shoulder doesn't feel quite right, or some crazy crap happens to you. I want to propose that having life happen, like Murphy's Law, some kind of nonsense happening where your ankle's not 100%, your wrist not 100%, your back kind of feels wonky because you slept funny last night, or you slept in a weird position, or you fell asleep on the couch and you woke up with your back feeling like hell. Like all that stuff is the normal experience of life. Shit happens. It's not your fault, probably. But what you need to know, and from me to you, if I could download this thought process to you as a coach, is that that should never be a reason why you don't go to the gym and execute your fitness plan. Now, it's easy for us to say in CrossFit world, because getting back to my introductory story, I would just show up and my coach would write a workout that I could do. I'm right side dominant, so my right leg is my stronger leg, and that was the one that I sprained. And while I was on crutches, I couldn't bear weight through that leg. So I did a lot of left leg exercise. I did a lot of abs exercise, a lot of arms exercise. And when my right ankle finally healed and I was back on my feet, literally and proverbially, my arms were way stronger, my abs were way stronger, my non-dominant leg had actually caught up to my dominant leg in terms of strength, and it ended up being a blessing in disguise. It actually helped my fitness, but that was only because I just kept showing up to the gym and trusting my coach to engineer a workout that made sense for me. And that is one of the cool things that we do have available to us at CrossFit Edwardsville, is we have coaches whose literal job is to make a workout that meets you where you are today. And it makes it so much easier, where literally all I have to do is show up and do the workout the coach writes for me. And if I show up and like, hey, I was playing soccer with my son and it was kind of wet on the grass and we were charging after the ball and I slipped and fell on my shoulder. My shoulder doesn't feel quite right today. My coach will rewrite the workout for me. It's just that easy here at CrossFit. Maybe, though, you're attending more of a traditional workout gym where you have to go in and you have access to the equipment. You have to figure it all out by yourself. If you're in that world, it's a little tougher. But I will say that it is much, much wiser to show up to the gym and do what you can do instead of skipping the gym altogether. Because in all likelihood, that one body part that's nagging at you or barking at you or bothering you for whatever reason is probably not the reason you went to the gym in the first place. Like you probably went there because you just know, I'm out of shape and I need to have more energy, more capacity, more strength, more endurance so I can be a complete and whole person and live the life that I want to live. And if your shoulder kind of feels wonky today, guess what? You can still do a ton of stuff with the other arm and with your abs and with your legs. You can run, you can jump, you can do weightlifting, you can do body weight exercises, you can do band resisted exercises and kettlebell stuff. There's a million workout or exercise possibilities that you can still do. And I think it sends a really important signal to yourself. If, yeah, something happened, you woke up in the morning and stepped wrong into your shoe and your ankle feels funny and now you're kind of limping on that ankle, it sends a message to yourself, though, if you still go to the gym and do what you can do today. It sends a signal and a message to yourself that I'm committed to this exercise journey and I'm not going to let every inconvenience and every roadblock stop me from making progress on this journey. Yeah, you might be dealing with a bout of plantar fasciitis, and that's a real thing, and it really is a pain in the ass. But you know what? You can do 10 minutes of sit-ups, even if you have plantar fasciitis. You can still accumulate 3 minutes of a plank hold, even if you have plantar fasciitis or bursitis or whatever. There's a million possibilities. So I want this to be your encouragement, your permission if you need it, to stop with the pity party and go to the gym anyway and do what you can today. An expression that I use a lot with our CrossFitters is, especially if you're over the age of 30, more days than not, you're not going to feel at 100%. You're going to feel at 60%. Or you're going to feel at 40%. You had a bad night of sleep, or maybe you didn't eat the healthiest foods yesterday and you kind of feel a little bit beat up or bloated or slow, low energy today. Awesome. Good. Show up to the gym anyway. The gym is the solution to all of that. The gym is going to make you feel better. It's a force multiplier. You'll feel better energy. You will definitely feel better about yourself if you still go to the gym and do the thing. It is absolutely worth it to make the trip, and you should do that. Now, if you're not quite sure how to work around whatever your handicap or limitation is today, you should really find a CrossFit coach and let them guide you along. So if you need that, you can reach out to us. We'd be happy to help. You can find us on all the socials and at CrossFitEdwardsville.com, where you can book a no sweat conversation with a coach. And we can help to guide you along with what does your fitness journey look like within the context of whatever handicap or limitation you have. And as somebody who's been coaching for 12 plus years, CrossFitting for 15 years, this is my 15th year, I want to encourage you that not only is it possible to continue to exercise through your recovery from your surgery, I wager it's even necessary. Your psychological state depends on this. Your physical state depends on this. Your future self depends on it, because if you don't go to the gym every single time something in life did not go according to plan, you're never going to show up to the gym. Spoiler alert, there's always going to be some nonsense, some bullshit that threatens to get in the way. But the good news is that is not the deal breaker for you. It is an overcomable obstacle. It is a winnable battle, and you can do this. And I hope that you do. Guys, get to the gym today, no matter what, and have yourselves a great time while you're there. We will see you guys in the next episode of the podcast. Cheers.